So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80 for today's member stream, guys. So unfortunately, guys, you guys probably already heard the news. I put it in the community tab. This member stream is only available for members. I was hoping that non-members would be able to view it and see what it's like here, but unfortunately, they can still chat. And if they can still chat, then it kind of defeats the whole point of the member stream. It defeats the whole point because, like I said, ideally they were supposed to, do that, and it just didn't work out. So unfortunately, I didn't realize non-members could chat in it, and yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because I really was hoping that it would be working for everyone. Everyone could still view but not chat, and everyone can chat. Then I can't do a member stream. Then I might as well just do a regular stream, So once again, I do apologize. The link is out there in the community tab, guys. So just join that there. And yeah, as I said, guys, I do apologize, man. I do apologize in advance. And yeah, so Albert and Matt said they'll be joining in a few minutes. Okay, that's good to know, man. Good to know, man. Thank you guys for staying tuned. So we're gonna have some people join. Like I said, guys, the link is in the community tab. I'll put it on here as well, since obviously non-members won't be able to join. So let me go ahead and put the link here. Actually, bro, why is this not working? Copy link. Yeah, just join from the community tab. Just join from there. And so yeah, as I said, guys, let me read some of your guys' messages in the chat. So hi, I'll be on a few minutes. I'll also be on a few minutes. I'll happily watch in the meantime. All right, that's good to know, man. Good to know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know why YouTube like I put for members only the chat, and I saw non-members chatting on it. That doesn't make sense. YouTube, you got to fix this up, bro. You got to fix this up. So it's not good, because the whole point of this was to make it to members. Members can view it, non-members can view it as well, but now I cannot do that. So what I might do is, to make it up to the non-members, is maybe I'll put like some kind of clip of this. Maybe I'll do that, maybe get the clip thing, and maybe go back in the stream and record some stuff and upload that segment. Maybe I don't know. So, yeah. All right. Hopefully, you guys joined very soon. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. All right. Let me send the link out, guys. Your line for USA versus Germany. Your lineup. Oh, lineup. Okay, let's do the lineup USA versus Germany when Albert gets here. Let's do when Albert gets here. All right. So you guys, we're gonna be live for around an hour. There's a lot to discuss for today's membership, man. We got it. We're gonna discuss about the AFCON draw. I want to discuss about Eden Hazard. I want to discuss about I guess USA versus Germany as well. What else? 2030 World Cup host. There's a lot to discuss, man. All right. Oh, Portugal to USA within 3 days. I was trying to suggest something while else you wait for us. Okay, yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let me get the create formation. Let's do it. Let me turn the light on. It's a bit dark in my room. Let's make this a bit professional. Although to be fair, this is kind of meant to be casual, so this isn't really supposed to be meant to be professional. But yeah, let me go and move it. Tab to the new window. I should have done this from the beginning, to be honest. And let me go ahead and share a screen right there. Voila. Here we go. All right. So 4-3-3. So this is the lineup that I want to do. So Matt Turner, Dest, Anthony Robinson, center back Chris Richards, and I want to do Cameron Carter Vickers. Let's do Tim Ream. CM. Is Adams back? Hold up, is Adams back? Musa. Let's do McKennie. Actually, let's do a 4-2-3-1. Oh, Anthony Robinson. Isn't he injured? Hold on, let me check the USA squad, guys. Hold on, let me check. Squad. Okay. Yeah, he's injured. So in that case, let's do Scally. Or, yeah. Or DeJohn Jones, we could also do. Yeah, let's do Scally, actually. Okay. Is Tyler Adams back? No, he's not back. Okay. In that case, let's do CDM, Musa. Actually, I don't like this formation. 4-2-3-1-B. Yes, this is the formation I want to do. So Musa and McKennie. And then Cam, obviously Giorena. striker Balogun, Pulisic on the left, and Weah on the right, I suppose. Oh, Weah's not even in the squad either. He's listed as a defender. Yeah, he's in the squad. He's in the squad. So this is a team. Okay, that's a decent team. Oh, Albert, you're here. Sorry, I just saw you're here. Can you hear me?
Hey, D.
Hello. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining.
We're doing a combined 11?
No. This is the USA 11. So Matt's asked us what 11 you want to see for USA Germany. This is 11 I propose. What's your thoughts on this 11?
Let's see. Okay, Scally. Robinson's not called up?
I think he's injured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if he was fit, he would be called up.
Yeah, this is a pretty good lineup. I think if not Tim Ream, I think the other center back I would probably pick is Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Yeah, Cameron Carter-Vickers. I like Cam. I feel like we should give Tim Ream the first half and then maybe do Cameron Carter-Vickers the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Matt's actually said this is interesting. Hercules Gomez thinks Scally will be on the right, Dest on the left. Yeah, that also is true. I mean, Dest and Scally are pretty versatile, so we could see Dest be on the left, Scally be on the right, or Dest on the right, Scally be on the left. They're like versatile fullbacks, so I don't think there's a huge issue there in particular. And yeah, all right. So there's a lot to discuss for today's member stream. So like I said earlier, if you guys weren't here, I did say that originally this member stream will be viewed by everyone. Unfortunately, though, YouTube, for some reason, allowed non-members to chat and the members mode and the live chat. So basically, I had to make it to members viewability. Only members can view it. So yeah, I'm not sure why YouTube was doing that because that was so odd. And I know other channels have done it. I think BLE told me who was that Italian channel? I forgot his name. Do you guys know? He's on Michael's channel sometimes, a few times. I forgot his name. Oh, Uncle Sharma. Yeah, I heard Uncle Sharma did this. So it's really unfortunate that obviously it doesn't work for me. So maybe I don't have enough members. Maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yeah, I would have loved to have not done this way, but yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Hopefully, Mats will join us very soon. And yeah, like I said, guys, it's very, very unfortunate. So, yeah. My thing is still loading. It's still loaded, but I'm a few clicks away. All right. Hi, Albert. Good team. Okay. I think I read already the comments. We're kind of a little behind in the stream, so we'll go a little bit more than an hour since you guys kind of joined late. So, if that's okay with you guys, Albert and Matt, are you guys okay if we do this maybe an hour and 15 since you guys kind of joined late?
That's cool.
All right, that's good. All right, so yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting 11. So we'll wait for Matt to join. In the meantime, so let's see what else should we discuss for today's stream. So, what do you guys have any topics in mind? Do you guys have any set topics? Now, where's Balkan Warrior? Let me actually contact him real quick.
I guess CONMEBOL qualifiers.
Yeah, I guess we could discuss about that.
There's been some pretty interesting results.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Let me see what Eric is doing. See if he's available now.
Somewhere that James Rodriguez recreated the goal he scored in the World Cup 2014.
Wow, I didn't know it was the game.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was called up.
All right. Well, let's look at the table. We're obviously going to look at this very, very briefly because, I'll be doing a stream. I think on Wednesday we'll be doing the stream to discuss the entire international break. So I don't really want to spend too much time here. But of course, as you guys mentioned it, I think we should discuss about it. I mean, I like to say I like to prioritize our member suggestions over my suggestions. Um, and yeah, so because like I say, guys, you guys are obviously paying with your hard-earned money. So if I don't respect, then it looks bad. Anyways, let's wait for Master to join though before we really discuss though. This is the table though. We're gonna discuss in particular. So, is this good size? I think it's good size. 150%. Maybe make it a little bigger to 125. Like I think it's a good size. Do you agree, Albert?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. All right. So let's start with Bolivia, man. Obviously 10th place. I mean, is that too surprising? Zero points, 2 goals scored, 10 goals conceded. Bolivia have been simply abysmal. Is there?
Crazy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, are we really surprised here?
Yeah.
Man, I feel bad for Bolivia. It's not looking good for them. So yeah, the 9th place Peru, man. Albert, yeah, as a Peruvian man, it's not good.
Yeah. We need to find goals.
Yeah. So I'm looking at because for me, I'm looking at the November fixtures. Very interesting. So yeah, we were discussing this earlier with Rank. He was saying that Bolivia have to pick up points here, especially in the month of November. Bolivia away, then Venezuela at home. These are these are very winnable games for Bolivia. Not Bolivia, sorry, Peru.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we had a tough start to the qualifiers, the fixtures, but we should be able to pick up points in November.
Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be interesting. And remember, guys, if you guys seen my World Cup qualifier predictions, I predicted Peru to do really bad. You might be mad at me, Albert. I think I predicted Peru 9th. So, I mean, there's still time to turn this around. Like I said, though, it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, Peru, you haven't even scored a single goal, not a single shot on target. I mean, to be fair, you guys have had tough fixtures. You know, but I'm just disappointed in the fact that it feels like you guys are just parking the bus and playing for those draws. But to be fair, we have to put this in context. Peru, like their home games have been against Brazil. They're going to play against Brazil, Argentina. These are like the two best nations of the Confederation, right?
Yeah.
And see, for me, Peru have to win against Venezuela because if you guys do that kind of defensive style, it's not going to work. And we've seen how good Venezuela have been. They got it. We're going to talk about them in a bit. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, where's Mats, man? What takes so long, Mats? So, yeah. Where are you, Mats? Okay. Let's, I guess, move on. Yeah, this member stream will probably be a bit longer since you guys are taking a while to load. Since taking a while to load for you guys. All right. Finally, Mats, you finally joined. Finally. Hello, Mats.
And
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Albert.
All right. Hi, everyone. So, Mats, we were discussing about World Cup qualifiers for South America. Albert wanted to discuss this. So, give me your thoughts. We're going to go for each nation and nation, I suppose. So, let's start with Bolivia, last place. I mean, what is there to say about Bolivia?
Yeah, nothing surprising. If they've got any
Altitude
shred of
tax.
hope, they need to beat Paraguay, and Paraguay will also need to beat Bolivia. Peru, I watched the first half, and when I got my stream back, I was able to see the last 15 minutes. They haven't been looking good, especially up front. Good start for Ecuador. Paraguay, yeah, nothing surprising. Venezuela, very impressive so far. Having got a result of Brazil, hardly any team does that.
Especially on the road.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact it's a team that finished bottom of the CONMEBOL section of the World Cup qualifiers for Qatar. Chile, yeah, decent start. Uruguay, it could be a bit better, although the draw was a good result at Colombia.
Colombia, man.
Colombia, all right. Brazil, when there needs to be a bit more, especially from that last game. Very disappointed, and they only beat Peru 1-0, if I remember correctly. And
Yeah,
again, Argentina, no surprises. 1
yeah.
out of 3.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna give too much of my thoughts here since I'm gonna save it for the stream Wednesday. But I do agree with Matt's. Like, it's pretty much like set in stone. Like, I think it's very obvious which two countries are the best: Argentina and Brazil. See, my thing with Brazil though is this. I do want to speak about this briefly. It's kind of a shame to see what Brazil is going through. They're having to rely on center backs to score goals for them in the last 2 games. That's not good. They only really won 1 game convincingly, which is against Bolivia, and they should be destroying Bolivia with all due respect. So, yeah, Brazil is not looking great. Yeah, I know the results have put them in a good position, but they haven't looked as good as the results. They haven't looked as good as the results have shown, and I think we're coming to agree with this, right, guys?
I think so.
Also, I remember seeing Victor Roque was being discussed and how he's behind Richarlison at the moment.
Yeah, dude, Richarlison, man, as I said, man, the guy's a meme. I'm sorry, that guy cannot start for Brazil. And Brazil
He's
already,
living off a bicycle kick and an overrated goal against South Korea.
yeah, like the thing is like R9 and not sorry, why I say R9. Richarlison didn't perform against Croatia, and for me that was he couldn't for me if you can't with all due respect to Croatia, if you can't I know Croatia's a good nation, but let's be real, Croatia were very defensive in the game. So there was really no excuse.
You could even phrase it as if you can't score in a World Cup quarterfinal.
Yeah, if you can't score in a World Cup quarterfinal match against the great nation, because let's be real, man, Croatia is way better than South Korea. So I know people are going to say, oh, look, he scored the World Cup knockout stage. But the thing is, like, Croatia is like way better than South Korea. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. See, I'm looking ahead at Brazil's fixtures. Brazil have some tough fixtures waiting them next. They have Uruguay next on the road. Then they have Colombia next on the road. And then they have Argentina at home. These are 3 big games, man. I'm gonna be staying tuned to some of those games. And maybe watch some of those games. Because that's going to be very, very interesting. Obviously, we know Brazil will qualify. There's no doubt about that. But the question for me is, like, this is in some ways kind of serving for what's going to happen in the Copa America. Because for me, guys, Argentina are the clear favorites. I don't think any nation is going to stop Argentina in the Copa America as of this moment.
I mean, I'm sure at least one can.
USA.
Also, possibly. Plus, they'll have home advantage. Should we do some score predictions for the next games?
Yeah, I guess we can. Sure. I guess we could preview the next couple of games. That's actually a good idea. Let's go preview, okay? So let's start with Venezuela versus Chile.
I'm going to stick to my 1-1 prediction.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, this will be a big test for Venezuela. If Venezuela are serious about trying to make the World Cup, they have to win this game, in my opinion. I'm sorry, the draw isn't enough. They have to win this.
Not sure about that. Well, they did beat Chile last time in the World Cup qualifiers, 2-1, I think.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, okay, maybe I need to rephrase. If Venezuela loses, this is bad. Can we agree?
Yeah.
So my thing is that can Venezuela show up? Because my issue with Venezuela is that I feel like, for me, what they're trying to do is this. I think they're trying to I think what they're trying to do is this, and this is what a lot of continental nations, inferior nations, are probably trying to do. They want to win their home games and try to draw on the road.
Yes.
And
sure,
my thing is that how will Chile approach this game? Will they try to be defensive in this game, or will they try to play like possession based? That's my question. If I know how Chile will play like, then I can give a score prediction. But it's kind of hard to give a prediction without knowing how Chile, what their play style. What do you guys think how do you guys think they'll approach this game?
Chile, probably balanced.
Balance, you would say?
Yeah, between attacking and defense.
How about you, Albert? I mean, you just saw Chile yesterday, so. Well,
I
then
mean,
again,
if it's anything like the game against Peru, then I think
Sebastian's not here to.
Yeah, he'd probably say there'd be a lot of ball possession, and I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like Chile will be defensive since they're away from home, and I feel like Venezuela will be pushing and possession based. I think I'm gonna say a draw. I'll say maybe like a 1-1 draw. I'll say, I'll say a draw. How about you, Albert?
I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win for Venezuela.
All right.
I'm gonna take a chance on it.
Yeah, Venezuela, man, please, man. I need you guys to qualify, man. All right. Moving on. Next up, it is Paraguay versus Bolivia. I'll say that this will be a 0-0 draw. Both teams are going to be defensive. Well, actually, I might go with Paraguay. Well, this is tricky. I know Bolivia will be bad, but the thing is, will Paraguay be good? They've been underwhelming so far. Okay, you know what? I was going to go with the draw originally, but I'm going to go Paraguay to win this 1-0. I think they'll scrape, just barely win this 1-1-0. What do you think, Albert and Mats?
I think I don't know. I feel like it could be a draw. It'll be either like 0-0 or something like 1-1.
Okay. So you're going with the draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm thinking something on the lines of 1-1, 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. I'm gonna lean towards 2-0 Paraguay.
That's good. All right. Yeah, Paraguay have to win this, man. I'm saying this right now, guys. If Paraguay don't win this, it's over. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that's really crazy to say, reactionary to say, you would say, but I think it's all like I think it's in a really bad position. Paraguay simply have to win this game. There's no excuses.
Two of the bottom two, in my opinion.
No, but like Matt, do you like if Paraguay don't win this game, do you think they're in big trouble?
100%.
Yes, like they have to win. I mean, this is the worst ranked nation at home, especially considering at home. There is no excuses. If Paraguay don't win this, it gets over, man. I know it's really early to say, but yeah, that's my opinion. Moving on, Ecuador versus Colombia.
Paraguay are in a really unique position too, since they're gonna be one of the not one of the hosts, but they'll qualify to 2020 or 2030. So you could say that they should be striving to qualify. So like this should be either practice for them that'll either get them in shape for 2030, or they should just be this should be practice for them to get into 2026, and it'll be a good primer for them.
My thing is that I think Paraguay should take this World Cup qualifier still seriously, though, because you can't just show up to the World Cup 2030 with no competitive games. Because remember, they're not going to play in the qualifiers. We're going to play the competitive games. I mean, I guess the Copa America. No, wait, no, they won 2020. Yeah, I guess 2028, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They need to get a competitive test against, and my thing is that they don't want to be like what Qatar did. Remember how Qatar embarrassed themselves in 2022 World Cup?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say they'll be like Qatar level, but I'm just saying is that, just because they have to take this more seriously, But yeah. Anyways, moving on, we have Ecuador versus Colombia. Oh, man, this is an interesting game. Ecuador didn't look that great against.
I'll say 2-1. I think Ecuador.
Oh, sorry,
although it is in the Paz.
Yeah. And
I said it was in the Paz.
Yeah. And I think they scored a late winner, right? I think they scored in the last minute. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if they scored in the last. Yeah. I know they scored in stoppage time.
What was the score?
Yeah. Like they scored at the last minute at the stoppage time, I think, 2-1. So I just think that for Ecuador, man,
I reckon.
They're looking good.
True. I'm saying 2-1. I think the home advantage and Ecuador's extra quality will be enough for them to get the win.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I would agree. And my thing is that I think for Ecuador is that Baez guy is amazing. That guy was incredible. Scored at the youngest. He's the youngest ever World Cup goal scorer, World Cup qualifier goal scorer for South America. Incredible, man. Incredible. Yeah, I think Ecuador's going to win. I think
a great atmosphere.
Yeah, and my thing with Colombia is that they missed a lot of chances. I heard against Uruguay. They should have scored. They missed so many chances, and you saw how they crumbled the end. They allowed Uruguay to get back in the game, especially at home. So it's not a good result for them. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ecuador to win. I think the home field advantage will be strong for them, and I think they'll do it. I think they'll win 2-1. I'll say 2-1 win. How about you, Albert?
Yeah, I think Ecuador will probably win something like 2-1, especially if Colombia is still playing. If they're still giving up a lot of chances or missing a lot of chances when they play. I feel like Ecuador will probably do a better job of finishing those chances.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Uruguay versus Brazil. Oh, it's a big one, man. Huge one, man. Probably the most interesting match in match day 4.
My prediction has changed from 2-1 to Brazil to 1-1.
Yeah. This is why I told you guys. This is why I wanted to wait for how the match day 3 went before predicting match day 4. Because, like I was saying, a lot of things could change just after one match day. I think I'm also inclined to agree with you, Mats. I don't think Uruguay have enough to win this. Because for me, I feel like their attack is kind of limited. I feel like there isn't any real consistent goal scorers beside Nunes. Now, I know people are going to tell me, what about Valverde? Valverde, for me, he's not going to score long shot goals every game. He'll score you maybe 1 or 2 games, but not every game's going to do it, you know? So if there is a winner, I would probably edge it to Brazil. And I think I heard Uruguay haven't beaten Brazil since 2011. So, yeah. And for Brazil, I just think that they'll find a way to grab a goal.
Since 2001?
2011, I think.
Oh, okay. That's still a long time.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Albert, in this game?
Yeah, I mean, if Uruguay wanted to get a point or three against Brazil, this is probably the time to do it, because Brazil just don't look that convincing, even despite the names on paper. And yeah, actually, it's also going to be really interesting seeing Brazil go up against Bielsa's style of football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bielsa's known for doing possession-based football.
Yeah. So let's see how they do against that. I feel, yeah, I mean, I think with Brazil struggling to score, yeah, I mean, I think this could be like maybe like a 1 or a 2-0 win, but I could see Uruguay winning.
That'll be a statement, man, if Uruguay to win this game. That'll put a lot of pressure on Brazil. Because, like I said, guys, their next game afterwards is Colombia on the road. So that'll be interesting. And then finally, the last game, man. Albert, Albert, tell us your thoughts for this game for Argentina.
I mean, I don't think we'll win.
Yeah.
So we have to hope for a draw.
You versus Rank.
Wait, what do you say, Matt? Wait, Matt, repeat that again, Matt. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I was saying to Albert, you versus Rank.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. And I guess you versus Messi as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think we're gonna win it. We have to go for the draw. That's the best we can do against this in this match. Yeah. I mean, they're the world champions. I'm pretty sure now they're top of the table.
Yeah, they're top of the table.
And
they're also number 1 in the FIFA rankings, I think.
Yeah, so it's like, what can we do? But yeah, hopefully a draw. I know Argentina they win, they just sort of get the win, but they're not winning by a ton of goals. They're winning by margins. So I'm thinking it'll either be like, if Argentina do win, it'll be like a 1-0 win. Or a 2-0 win. Yeah. But hopefully it's something like a 0-0.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like the thing is though, Argentina did play against Paraguay. Paraguay goalkeeper was amazing in that game. Yeah, I heard he made a lot of saves, and I think I could show you his stats here. Argentina should have won the game by a bigger score. Let me see if I bring the stats up here. Yeah, look at this, man. 15 shots, 4 on target. Like Argentina could have won this 2 or 3-0. So, I just think that for Argentina, man, they like for Peru, man, if they could get a point out of this, they'll be more than happy. Yeah. Because I think Peru knows that they can't win this. I think like the best, they're gonna, like I said, Peru is gonna be parking the bus. We all know this. Peru is gonna play very defensive, parking the bus, and it's for Argentina to break them down. And I do think Argentina will find a way. I think it could be similar to what happened against Brazil when you guys played them the last month. I could see Argentina doing something similar to that, where they score a goal off a set piece.
Watch that happen. Like at the dying minutes of the match, a free kick, and then you already know.
Oh yeah, Messi scored a free kick right there, the last minute winner.
Yeah, I would be so mad.
Oh man, yeah, I don't think Argentina will score as late as Brazil did, but I do think Argentina will win. I will say Argentina wins 1-0. I think they'll scrap another 1-0 win. get a now scrap it. Like they'll get another 1-0 win. I will say. What would you, Mats?
I'll say 2-0.
All right. Who is number one in the FIFA rankings? I believe it's Argentina. I can you guys check that for me? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Argentina. All right, guys. So this member stream will be an hour and 30 minutes since Mats and Albert joined a bit late. And obviously Balkan Warrior also joined late. So everything will be delayed, I suppose. So enjoy that, guys. Enjoy that.
That sounds good with me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I believe it's Argentina. Let me actually check
more
that.
content.
Yeah. So and like I said, I don't really have
Argentina scheduled. Is first.
Yeah, Argentina is first. They're let me see how many points they're clear of. They're 11 points clear of France.
11. Actually, somewhere between 10 and 11 points.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we did Matt's topic, which was obviously USA Germany, and then we did Albert's one, CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier. So Balkan Warrior, man, do you have any topics for us to discuss today?
Well, the topic. Well, seeing as I suggest, it was technically meant to be a topic that for you to do whilst waiting for us.
Oh yeah. Okay, Matt, do you have any other discussion points that us three discuss?
Not this second, but I can also remember that you'll be planning to discuss the 2030 World Cup.
Yeah, we got to discuss about that. We need to discuss.
Although I will just say, tonight Portugal will have been the first team to qualify for Euro 2024, and Cristiano Ronaldo's even scored a hat trick. No, a brace. And Belgium and France have also qualified.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I was about to say, I don't think I've ever heard Albert do a Sue before.
See. Man, Albert's profile picture, man. Oh man, is that from the Euros when Portugal lost the Euros to Greece?
Yes, I believe so.
Wow. Well, he got redemption at least.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else. What else I was gonna say? So you know what? Since Matt's brought up the 2030 World Cup host, let's discuss it right now. Actually, to be fair, I did ask for Balkan Warrior, so let's wait for Balkan Warrior to give his suggestion. Let me see if he's still in the chat. Let's see if he's still in the chat. Yeah, he's still in the chat. Okay. How about we do this while we wait for Balkan Warrior to give his suggestion? We discuss the 2030.
Though wasn't 2030 World Cup your suggestion?
Oh yeah, I guess it was my suggestion. Okay, let's just quickly go through. So, for me personally, I've already said this before. I'm going to say this. I've already said this before countless times. 2030 World Cup hoster is really dumb. I don't think we need 600 to host this. And for me personally, guys, I just like to do one country. I don't really even like to do two countries. Two countries, I don't really like it, but I'm okay with it. I can live with it. But I really can't do it more than two. I think more than two is unnecessary. Is that what we're guessing? So, I think for me, it should only be only one host, in my opinion. And for me, the thing is, like, what's the point of giving South America the 3 games just to do the entire World Cup if most of the World Cup is going to be hosted in the Europe and Africa, and it's still going to count for the rotation, right? Which I think is really stupid. Like, it's either you don't have any, or you have all. In my opinion, you can't just give like a few amount of games. You have to do either all or none. I don't think it's fair to do like a few games. So, what do you guys think, Albert and Mats? And Balkan Warrior, you can also leave your thoughts in the chat as well.
I think, I think, first of all, I agree that I only like that. I like it in 1 or 2 countries, but with this bad format increase, it's going to limit that from being a reality. Like
Yeah.
only certain countries could host a 48 team World Cup on their own. I think by giving at least most of this bid to the Western Mediterranean Iberian bid, it seemed evident that this was the better bid, and
Yeah.
because it was more advanced in infrastructure, transport, maybe security, technology, accommodation, and like there's not very much rail in southern South America. I think if that 100-year anniversary bid was gonna win, it needed more work. I can, you know what, I can respect giving a game or two to Uruguay to reflect that 100-year anniversary, but the reasons for Argentina and Paraguay being involved were the reasoning and the justifications and was weak. So them two shouldn't be here. With the fans' money, the effect on the environment, and some of the other stuff that's a con. But the thing I hate most is the fact that this counts as CONMEBOL's time to host, so they're not allowed to bid for the next World Cup or even the one after, I don't think.
Yeah. Like I just think it's really dumb. Like this is why I think like imagine a country spending so much time to prepare for a World Cup, doing all this preparation, all the infrastructure, all the money to only host 3 games. I mean, if I was a country thing, I would be mad. I'd be so angry. I was like, I spent so much time to do this, and you're only giving me 3 games. No, it feels like a waste, you know. And what I'm
Rank
Matt, I
says
think what they try to
that
do,
either CONMEBOL or sorry.
like I think what they're trying to do, Matt, is that they're trying to run the best of both worlds. Because I agree with you. I think UEFA, not UEFA, sorry, FIFA acknowledges that the Iberian bid is better, but they wanted to also include the South America thing because, like, the 1930, the history thing. So my thing is
Which only
that,
made sense for Uruguay.
yeah, exactly. Like you can only do that for Uruguay. Why does Argentina and Paraguay have to get involved? There's no significant. They didn't really have any significant involvement in 1930. I know. I guess Argentina made the World Cup final, but they lost it, right?
Yeah, I think that's well, the stadium, the offer of stadiums does help Argentina, but the reasoning just because they got to the final and just because of the headquarters location, it's not good enough reasons to include them.
Yeah.
And I'll have a look at the comment and that Rank put on my shorts. Uh, just so I can
Yeah.
clarify some facts before I potentially get something wrong. But Rank says that CONMEBOL sees getting just these 3 games as a success.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't understand, man, with this logic. Albert, man, what do you think, man? You haven't said anything.
Um, yeah, I think it's too many countries. Um, if it was gonna be a group host bid, I would have preferred it stayed in CONMEBOL. The thing about the 100th anniversary, yeah, like it's nice to give like, I don't know how many games it is. I think maybe it's just like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just FIFA saying like, oh, okay, well, we're still gonna give you, that recognition, but we're gonna have the rest of the World Cup somewhere else. But they're just doing it to, kind of calm everybody down. It's like, yeah, like we're still gonna recognize the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't understand why Paraguay and Argentina are in the conversation. I can understand Argentina, not because of the final, but because of the infrastructure that
Yeah.
they have to support hosting a World Cup. That makes sense to me. So that should have been the reasoning. Also, yeah, like if Uruguay wanted to do like 100th anniversary, which I think it should
Yeah, I think it's
be
good.
in, I think it should be, because that's just really nice for the game, and also I think it's time for CONMEBOL to host another World Cup. But yeah, they should have done some preparing like way before. Like I think Qatar was like 10 years in advance or something like that. Like
Yeah.
plans and organizing for all that
Yeah.
stuff. So they should have been doing this kind of research for like the logistics of all that stuff. That doesn't mean it. Well, I don't think it's going to get done now, because now you have Spain, Portugal, and Morocco that are hosting it. So there's not. But yeah. And then that does suck, because it does count for CONMEBOL in terms of hosting. Like I would have really liked to see, I don't know, like if there was going to be like more than one country, I would have liked to see like Argentina, Colombia, or Colombia, Brazil, or something like that. I don't know, but I would want to see a whole tournament be played out in CONMEBOL. And yeah, and then it's just like auto qualification to
Yeah.
throwing Paraguay in there. I don't know, like that one bothered me the most. I don't know why they got thrown in.
Yeah. Like the only justification I see is like their CONMEBOL headquarters are there. Which
It'd be like
that is
putting
the lamest
Switzerland in
excuse,
a
that's
UEFA bid.
yeah. Like that's just a terrible reasoning. Like, okay, the CONMEBOL headquarters are there. So what does that mean? Like just because the headquarters are there means they can be part of the World Cup? No. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like no. So yeah.
It'd be like putting Switzerland in a UEFA bid.
Yeah, Switzerland. Like just have these guys in the bid, you know? I'm surprised Switzerland didn't bid for this. That's actually surprising. But anyways. um the point I'm trying to make here is that it's just stupid, man. The World Cup 2030 host. And like I said, I think 600 is way too much. That's too much. Like, it should be 2 at most.
Yeah.
Even 3 I'm okay with. As much as I don't really like 3 is fine. As we have the 2026.
I mean, three's fine if it's like if they're small countries that are close together.
Yeah.
like South Korea, Japan. That one was pretty cool.
And are you suggesting North Korea is the third?
But that was with 2 countries though, not 3. Like for me, I don't really like USA, Canada, Mexico makes more sense than RG, Uruguay,
Yeah.
Paraguay. Do you guys agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's a lot of traveling, overall it makes more sense.
Yeah, all 3 are neighbors. All 3. USA, of course. For me, it should have just been USA, if I'm being honest with you. But, I guess they didn't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think it makes more sense Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay.
Can I
know.
share something that Albert commented on Michael's stream?
Is it regards to the 2030 World Cup host?
Yes.
Okay,
And
then,
I
yeah.
think he was. I think he was talking about 2030, maybe 2034. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said the 2030 bid should have been Bolivia, Peru,
Oh,
Brazil, Venezuela.
like as long as we're putting Paraguay in there, let's just throw these other countries instead. I'd be happy with that.
Did I get the nations right?
I think you did.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's interesting, man. It's interesting. Anyways, I think we. Anyways, do you have any further thoughts on this, or we can move on to the next topic?
I think I've got out everything. If I do think of something else, I can always bring it up later.
Yeah. All right, so like I said, guys, we're gonna be here. Maybe we might do this 2 hours. To be honest with you, let's do hour and 30 and see where we go from there. If we can do an extra 30 minutes. I don't want to do more than 2 hours, though. I'm not doing more than 2 hours, just so you guys know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of reaching the halfway mark of the stream, I suppose you can say. So let's see what else to discuss. Okay, now let's talk about the one and only Eden Hazard. So of course he retired earlier this week from all competitions, international football, club football related. And Hazard retired at age 32, which is a bit strange. I did not expect that. I thought he would finish his career maybe at like his local, back to maybe go to the MLS or go to Saudi or maybe go back to Lille. And obviously didn't do that. And, how the rest goes. So I just think that for me, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Eden Hazard's retirement. I know we kind of discussed this a bit on Discord, but you guys can go a bit more in depth here. And also, I also want to ask you guys this question: Do you think we have to do you think we have to hold him? Let me. Do you think he do you think he surpassed expectations for Belgium? That's also a question. Like, is his legacy complete for Belgium as well? Is he, that kind of thing. Anyways, let's hear from Albert first, man. Albert, what's your thoughts on Eden Hazard, man? Retirement.
I thought he would have retired a little bit later, like a complete retirement. I thought maybe he had, I don't know, like another two years left. Like he's obviously not. He still has a lot of, talent. He still has something in the tank, but probably for like a lower league. So he probably could have enjoyed MLS. I think he would have. And or yeah, like just return to like Lille or something. That would have been a nice ending. Instead, he finished with no club, and already retired from the Belgium team. I think he'll be remembered as a very very entertaining, exciting player. Probably a Chelsea legend.
Yeah.
What else for the national team? He probably he could have done more for Belgium with the talent he had around him. I think people are going to hang that over his head. Like, oh yeah, but he was a flop with Belgium. Even though Eden had some really good performances with Belgium, especially in the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah.
And before that, like years before that, I wouldn't count Belgium as like a favorite, I guess you could say, for winning many international tournaments. So whether it's like a Euro or a World Cup, but with this squad, they should have done more. And he'll probably be he'll be held to that standard. But I think also just for like the like if we look at the history of Belgium, I guess you could also say like he did enough to put Belgium on the map. So I guess you could say maybe now moving forward, can Belgium stay on the map? Because I think Hazard, along with the rest of the players that you would call like the golden generation of Belgium, they did a lot of work to cement their place in like not just in the FIFA rankings, but like in the sport. Yeah, they did a lot of work to cement their place as like a contender. And yeah, so they've definitely, I think for a lot of casual watchers as well, players like Hazard probably changed the perception of a country like Belgium.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Matt, give your say, man, about Eden Hazard. I know you kind of already did, but one last time, discuss about it.
I mean, Albert summed it up very well. Not a lot to add. I think when he played for Belgium, usually he did well. For a long time, he was their best player, even if he didn't play like a talisman. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he'd retired in about February, March time. But he was a great runner. He was great on the ball. Real Madrid probably would have had a better Hazard if he'd managed to get him earlier. In fact, there was a time when I think it was like coming up to the January window of 2019, or maybe in the summer of 2018, where there were talks about a swap deal between Hazard and Isco.
Wow.
But that never came about.
Yeah.
Definitely disappointing. But he had a very good. He was very good at Lille and Chelsea. And it ended in a horrible way by captaining Belgium to that loss against against Morocco, and then only played 3 minutes against Croatia, maybe plus added time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the sad thing with Eden Hazard is that his end of his career is bad. So like it's not going to be remembered as good. And I think that's what people like recent fans that just started watching football will remember. But people that watch football for a long time now will know how good Eden Hazard was, because like the guy was unbelievable at Chelsea, especially 18-19 season. 18-19 season I think was his best season in terms of club football. The guy was amazing that season. He was amazing dribbling wise. And that's what I love to see about Hazard, is that he's a really fun player to watch, like in terms of dribbling, because I feel like a lot of players nowadays are more emphasis on goal scoring. And while goal scoring is great, it's not really fun to watch. I don't really enjoy watching those players, and that kind of thing. Obviously, Eden Hazard didn't really do well in the Champions League. That should be worth noting. For a player of his caliber, he should be doing much better in that competition. I know he won one with Real Madrid, but let's be real, it didn't really contribute that much in that Champions League season. So, and by the way, I did do a video on Hazard, so you guys can check it out a bit more in depth here. So you guys can check it out if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, one last question before we move on. Is Eden Hazard's best Belgian player in the 21st century? Let's discuss this.
Minimum top 3.
For me, it's between him and KDB. I don't think Lukaku is Belgian. I think Lukaku's third. And I'd say Courtois probably fourth.
I have Torquay in my top 3.
Ooh. Is Lukaku fourth for you then?
Probably.
Yeah.
And then fifth, Vertonghen. Possibly Vertonghen fourth, but it's probably got to be Lukaku fourth.
Yeah, Alderweireld, Vertonghen. Obviously, those players are also important. For me, I feel like in terms of national team, I think Eden Hazard did better for Belgium national team wise than KDB. I think in terms of club career, I think KDB might actually have a better club career than Eden Hazard. Do you guys agree with me on that or disagree with me?
Well, obviously, Kevin De Bruyne had a disaster in Qatar, but as for other tournaments, I don't think he was bad at all. Like he scored an excellent goal against Denmark in Euro 2020. He was very influential in the midfield, probably up until against Italy, but I suppose for most of last decade until about 18 or 19, Hazard was better, and then De Bruyne took over.
Yeah, I think for me, like the thing
even
is, like,
Courtois had a.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
I'm guessing there's an audio delay between me and you.
Yeah, there might be. Okay, just finish your point.
Even Courtois had a good World Cup. In Qatar, saved Alphonso Davies' penalty. He mostly had a good game against Morocco, and he gave Belgium a few more minutes of hope when he saved a one-on-one in stoppage time that he tipped onto the post. I'm tempted to say Courtois, to be honest, but at the same time, it's hard not to also say Hazard or De Bruyne.
Yeah. How about you, Albert? What do you think?
Master Chadley is probably Belgium's best player. Without him, they don't get through Japan in 2018.
Hey, what was Lukaku, man? He made that dummy, man.
Yeah, no, I would say, I think, so for me, I would probably say Eden Hazard, KDB, and then Courtois, and Lukaku is fourth.
Yeah, why do you have Hazard for KDB? I just want to know.
I think he's over their international careers. Let's see how long KDB lasts.
Yeah.
I think Hazard's been more impactful on the pitch in terms of performances and as well as captaining the team. There's also the whole like KDB Courtois thing. So
oh yeah, who can forget that? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
One sec.
Okay. So one thing I will say on that regard is that
Was it not? I thought it was KDB versus Vertonghen.
no, it's like KDB Courtois, like that, like a girlfriend issues, like that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about that. But what I will say though is that the reason why I have Hazard over KDB is that Hazard for me was really good against France, and for me, I don't think the other Belgian players really showed up in that game. And for me, actually Courtois actually did play well, but I mean like the attackers. Like for me, my issue with KDB is I feel like for me, like I feel like for KDB to surpass Eden Hazard in terms of international, KDB has to win the Euros. If KDB wins the Euros, then yes, I would say he has a better international career than Hazard. But I just think for me, what Hazard did in 2018 is going to trump what KDB does. Because I know KDB had a good World Cup, but I think Hazard had a really good World Cup in 2018. Like, he was amazing in that World Cup. Like, I don't think there was a single bad game KDB. A single bad game Eden Hazard in the World Cup that he played. So, yeah. Matt, do you agree though that if KDB wins a Euros, then he would surpass Eden Hazard in just international?
Well, I mean, it's KDB. He's more not expected to contribute to goals as much, so there's that. I think that's worth considering, but also, I think if he's influential, then yes, because I think because Belgium haven't won a trophy before.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at his World Cup 2018 contributions. KDB only had 1 goal and 2 assists. And that
It was against Brazil, though, that goal.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a great goal.
Yeah, what about Hazard? Let me see. His stats in 2018.
He scored against Tunisia, against England in the third place playoff. And he got 1 or 2 assists against Panama.
Yeah, so he had 3 goals and 2 assists. So, I just think for me, for KDB, man, like, I feel like Hazard is, like, taking that leadership role. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be interesting. So, yeah, let's wait for Albert to get back. And yeah, dang, we're already an hour, 13 minutes. Dang, time's running out. I feel like we're just getting started. And it feels like we haven't really. Although to be fair, I think we have one topic after this, which is the AFCON draw. So we'll probably make that quick. And then I think we'll probably round off there. So yeah, I just think Albert, you're back, man. So what were you saying about Eden Hazard, real quick, on his Belgian legacy?
Yeah, I think over their international careers, I think Hazard has probably been the better, more impactful player. So that's probably why I rate him first. I think KDB is a really good. I think he's a really good midfielder. He's effective, but I think Hazard has just had more moments that, again, are more impactful, probably more memorable too.
Yeah.
But like I said, let's see. And depending on like the longevity of KDB's career with Belgium, and like what if he does anything significant for them in the future, then that could change.
Yeah. So this is why I said I think KDB, for him to have a better international career, he has to win the Euros. I think if he wins the Euros, then I think he clears Hazard, and he has a significant contribution, not just like not be on the bench or like do nothing.
Yeah.
So Because as good as Eden Hazard's World Cup 2018 was, he didn't win a trophy. So, like, that's gonna be on the back of, like, that's gonna hurt his legacy, at least to me. But like I said, though, it's gonna be interesting. So, Albert, what do you think? Last thing, and then we'll move to AFCON draw. So, what do you think? Do you think if KDB wins the Euros for Belgium, do you think he surpasses Hazard?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So, like, this is why I think. I think Eden Hazard will have a better international career than KDB, but I think KDB will have a better club career than Eden Hazard.
Yeah, I think so. For club career, I think KDB. I think he is already eclipsing Hazard.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think for Hazard, like, I think if he won a Champions League at Chelsea, it could have been so special. Like, it would have been such a special thing, because I feel like he really, for a player of his stature, it's so sad he didn't get a Champions League at Chelsea. I know he got it with Real Madrid, but as I said,
Oh, that's true.
I don't know how much we could really. It's not really. We can't really say he contributed a lot in that thing. All right, so yeah, like I said, guys, I did a Hazard video. You guys can check it out. I'll leave in the live chat as well. Hopefully, you and Albert have watched it, Mats. So, yeah. Have you guys seen my Hazard video, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, you haven't, Mats? Okay. Yeah. Hope you get to check it out soon. All right, last thing, and then we'll head off, guys. Last thing, then we'll head off, guys. It is the AFCON draw. So AFCON, of course, AFCON draw has completed. What the heck just happened? I was wondering, Albert, did you just leave? So, yeah. Let's look at the groups real quick. Obviously, it's going to be very interesting to see. So where's the draw? Standings. Okay, let's go to the standings right here. So, guys, as you can see right here, guys, so this is the groups, man. Let's go through each group real quickly. So, Albert and Mats, give your quick thoughts. So, Mats, what's your thoughts in Group A?
I think this might be obviously Nigeria were the highest ranked pot 2 team. Ivory Coast are a competitive team. Guinea-Bissau are perceived to be one of the highest ranked pot 4 teams. They even beat Nigeria, and Equatorial Guinea are unpredictable, and you never know who they could beat. The Ivory Coast did beat them in the last AFCON. I mean, obviously the 2 Guinea teams are underdogs, but they're still capable of getting results, maybe even wins out of these teams.
Yeah. You know what's interesting, guys? I saw Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea were in the last AFCON group, and Guinea-Bissau and Nigeria were in the same AFCON group as well. So, interesting rematches. Maybe Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau can get revenge. But yeah.
Well, Guinea-Bissau did get revenge. They won in the qualifiers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the actual AFCON, like the tournament itself.
I mean, winning away in Nigeria, I think, counts for something.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you can say. I think the most interesting thing, that the heavy talking point in this group is Ivory Coast, Nigeria. Like, that's going to be a very interesting battle. When is the opening game, actually?
13th
Ivory Coast,
January.
Yeah, Ivory Coast, Guinea-Bissau's opening game. Wow. Interesting. So the game time's already scheduled, man. So 9 a.m., 12 p.m. Hey, these are good times. For me.
Oh, I better check if the Wikipedia page is updated then.
Yeah. So, Albert, man, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me your quick thoughts of Group A.
I mean, I don't know too much about Equatorial Guinea or Guinea-Bissau. I know a little bit more about Nigeria and Ivory Coast. I feel like the group probably favors those two.
Yeah,
But Ivory Coast versus Nigeria sounds like a really cool match.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but I feel like Guinea-Bissau, right? That they're a nation that,
it's underrated.
yeah, like they're capable of doing an upset, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I would say, yeah, the group favors Ivory Coast and Nigeria, but I feel like if anyone was going to make an upset, I think it would probably be Guinea-Bissau. But
yeah. I think I would agree with that. Like, if there is an upset, I would probably fancy Guinea-Bissau. I think Equatorial Guinea, this could be a tall task. I don't. I could see them getting maybe draws, but I don't think like the thing is like you need wins. You need wins to qualify, and I don't think they'll get the wins. So yeah. Group B, guys. What's your guys' thoughts on Group B?
I think this might be the group of life. Egypt, Ghana both have a point to prove. They haven't, well, Ghana haven't been perfect lately. And Mohamed Kudus might be the Ghanaian Giovanni Reina, and Cape Verde, Mozambique capable of getting through, but but um, but it's not that likely. I'm leaning towards Ghana winning the group, but
Ooh.
but yeah, I think I would still say this is the group of life.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because I feel like Egypt and Ghana, they have like that big superstar, like Salah and Kudus respectively. And I don't feel like the rest of the team is that amazing. So like it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. Obviously I know people are gonna tell me what about Partey? Dude, Partey's not like he's not that good as he used to be, man. He's fallen off a bit. So yeah. I mean he's still good. I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't think he's as good as he used to be. That's what I'm trying to say. You know. But you guys agree with me though, like Egypt and Ghana, like it feels like they have this one big superstar and the rest of the team is either good or like average.
yeah,
So yeah. Okay. Yeah, Egypt Ghana's gonna be a very interesting match. And then obviously Nigeria Ivory Coast. That Nigeria Ivory Coast game is gonna be crazy, man. That's gonna be insane. Guys, moving on to group death. The group of death, man. I love this group. This is the revenge group, guys. This is the revenge group because every country has lost against each other respectively in some way or form. And all of them are looking to get revenge against each other in some way. So that's gonna be an interesting thing with this group. This group is gonna be very interesting, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing how this group pans out. So how do you think, Matt and Albert? How do you think about this group? One go at a time.
um,
I think it would be first. Um, but and I think it's also interesting that they're playing two countries they border. In fact, Gambia is surrounded by Senegal, apart from on the coast. Yeah, I think Senegal should have enough to be first, possibly even 9 points, and then I think it's a shootout for second. Cameroon on paper should have enough, but they're very questionable at the moment. But having
Yeah.
Onana back will help.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. What do you think, Albert?
uh, didn't Cameroon beat Brazil?
Yeah, yeah, they did.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think this group probably favors Cameroon and Senegal, and then
Yeah.
if I think Gambia I think will probably be the team that's fighting for second place or third.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm not convinced with Cameroon. I'm not convinced with them. And if there is an eight there, because usually AFCONs, guys, there's usually one big upset in the group stage. Usually there is, right, Mats? Like one big nation goes out the group stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the last, I think the last AFCON we had Algeria go out the group stage and Ghana go out the group stage. So for this edition, I think Cameroon could very well be it. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, am I saying it's going to happen? I'm not saying it will happen for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
But they would be your big team pick.
Yeah, I think it'll be a big team. Like if they go out the group stage, I think it'll be a really embarrassing. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, at Senegal, man, defending AFCON champions. This is also a tough group for them as well. I mean, obviously Senegal have enough quality you would expect to navigate through, but I mean, oh yeah, I also want to discuss with guys AFCON favorites. We'll do that after the groups though. So groups D to F. Let's quickly go through. So groups D, I mean, I feel like this is a boring group. I'm sorry to say, I think group D is very, very boring. I don't think yeah.
Oh, Group D.
Yeah.
We carry on.
Yeah, I feel like the most interesting with this group is who's going to top, because that's going to have a difficult battle to Algeria, Burkina Faso, because I could see I don't think, like, I'm not like completely like, I feel like either one of the two can do it. Like there isn't like one I'm like completely convinced with, you know. So that's the thing. But other than that, the group I feel like is rest of it straightforward. What do you think, Matt?
Algeria, Burkina Faso should make it out as top two. In Mauritania or Angola getting through, I think Angola probably have the better chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose it'll be like a matter of 7 points, 5 points for the top two. Well, presuming it is Algeria and Burkina Faso. Mauritania have been getting better, but whether this is the time for them, probably not, but I don't want to completely count it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, I also want to look at my dream draw. Remember, guys, I did a dream draw video on my channel. Let's see if I get any of those groups right. We'll look at that. We'll look at that after we go through the groups real quick of this, because I haven't checked. I'm just checking right now. So, anyways, Albert, give me your quick thoughts of Group D.
Yeah, probably in line with what Matt said. Probably Algeria and Burkina Faso. For first or second, Algeria probably getting second.
Yeah.
Or I mean, first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Group E, guys. Group E. I mean, Matt's, man, give me your quick thoughts on Group E, man.
I mean, it's probably not the certainly isn't the easiest draw for Namibia. Although I think getting South Africa, a neighboring country, should be a good source of motivation for them, even though it does look like it's going to be the last game of the tournament. I'm thinking Tunisia will top the group, but outside of Namibia, it looks fairly close.
Yeah, I feel like for Mali, man, they're kind of like Serbia, to be honest with you. Like they do so well in the qualifiers, but when it comes time for them to perform, these guys underperform big time. Like for me, they should have beaten Equatorial Guinea. at the AFCON round of 16 a few years ago, I think. Like how do they lose on penalties, man? Like, come on, you know, with so much talent on paper, Basuma and these kind of players, you can't do it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in Mali. What about you, Albert?
Yeah, I do remember referring to them as the Serbia of Africa in one of Michael Talks Football's old live members stream, and also yeah, I won't expect too much from Mali. I expect them to go through, but I don't expect them to do much else. Even though this Mali team has have some better individuals, I prefer the Mali team of 2019.
Yeah, and then South Africa, man, can they actually do something? Because I've heard South Africa might be back, guys. I heard they might be back, so look out for South Africa. They might be able to do something. Obviously, they weren't there the last edition, so they're gonna want to make a statement to prove themselves. So yeah. Actually, Matt, so do you think South Africa can make this group? Do you think they'll live up to expectations?
What's the expectations?
Well, I mean, let me rephrase. Do you think South Africa will be competitive? Like, do you think they'll make this group interesting?
Or you think yeah. As I said, the gap between all three teams is slender.
Yeah.
So I would imagine they'll get second or third. And even if they are third, they should have enough to be in the knockouts. I would imagine round of 16 is probably about right for them.
Yeah. All right. Albert, man, what's your thoughts?
I can't say too much. I haven't, like, the last thing I remember about South Africa is I think a friendly between them and France. Like 1 or 2 years ago. Tunisia. I expect them to top the group. I do think South Africa will probably make the group a little bit interesting. They'll probably complicate things for a country like Mali. Well, I'm also I'm not super familiar with, but I do see them every now and then in the more top parts of the tables when it comes to tournaments. But I'd probably be at first and then Mali.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on, guys, to Group F. Let's quickly round this up. It's getting a bit we've done this for a while. So finish off. I mean, for me, Group F, I like this group a lot. I think this group is an interesting group. Obviously, Morocco are the heavy favorites. I think the second place battle is interesting though, because I feel like it's kind of a battle of underdogs, I would say, for second place. Mats and Albert, do you guys both agree?
Yeah, Morocco should be winning the group. They do actually have two of their World Cup qualifying opponents in Zambia and Tanzania. Yeah, second should be a close run. I think I actually, in my early rough predictions, I picked Zambia to go to the semi-final. But I think even if I said both of these both Zambia and DR Congo would be my dark horses, and even if one of them finishes third, they could make an upset at just by advancing as a third place team.
Yeah. Albert, what do you think, man? Give a quick thoughts. And we'll look at my groups, and then we'll do AFCON winners, and then we'll head off.
Yeah, I think Morocco will most likely top the group. I think they should. And like you said, it feels like after Morocco, I think that it's sort of like a battle of the underdogs. I can't say I know too much about the other nations, except I think Zambia, wasn't Zambia an AFCON champion?
Yeah, they won 2012.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how strong this Zambia side is currently, but I would probably say Morocco definitely the top, and then I'd probably pick Zambia.
Yeah, Zambia are looking really good in the attack. They have do you guys know him, Patsi and Daka? You guys heard of him?
I don't think I have.
Yes.
Yeah, he played at he's at Leicester City, I think. Is he still at Leicester? I think he still is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great young prospect. So yeah, and I believe they actually defeated. I think they defeated Ivory Coast in the qualifiers. So yeah, okay. Let's go to my dream draw. See how many groups I got right, or how many matches. Let's go look at the matches more. That's more important than groups. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, let me change that. Let me stop screen there. Let me present slides, and then we'll do AFCON winners real quick, and then we'll head off. Okay, where's the slide thing? Sorry, guys. Okay, Let's do it this way. Okay, sorry for the delay. Where are you guys? Okay, so Group A, guys, we got Ivory Coast, Ghana, Zambia, Gambia. Obviously, I don't think any of the matchups happened, so not good on that part. Group B, Morocco, Nigeria, Cape Verde. Bia. None of the matchups happened here as well. Group C, Senegal, Mali, Equatorial Guinea, Tanzania. And the matchups happened here. Group D, Tunisia, Cameroon, Guinea, Angola. Well, I did get Cameroon and Guinea in the same group, so I got that right at least.
Yep.
The Group E, we got Algeria, Burkina Faso. I did get that one right. And Mauritania, Mozambique.
One away from a perfect house.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think. I think I got almost. Wait, what was the? Yeah, so Group E, Algeria, Burkina Faso. Oh my God, I almost got the entire thing right. Dang, 3 of the 4. And Group F, Egypt, DR Congo, South Africa, Guinea-Bissau. Yeah, I messed up with this one really badly. So let's do AFCON winners, guys. Who do you guys think is going to win the AFCON? Early predictions, guys. So for me, I'm sticking with Ivory Coast. I feel like it's too simple for Morocco to win. I feel like it's too obvious. So I don't think Morocco's going to win. And I just don't think Senegal will do back-to-back. So I'm going to go with Ivory Coast.
I'm picking Morocco, but it's not. But I can't be too sure with it.
Yeah. How about you, Albert? Which country do you think is going to win?
I'm going to say Morocco. I want to see how well this team is after the World Cup. Because that couldn't be just a fluke. And I know that the rest of the tournament is going to be very competitive. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to say Morocco. If not to lift it up, they should go very far in this tournament. As far as finals, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so how many countries do you think have a realistic chance of winning this? Like,
Well, this tournament, it has a lot of different winners, right? It's not just like Copa or CONCACAF or the Euros. So it's like it feels like it could be anybody's
That's true.
to win.
I'm actually curious to see this. I want to see like the titles and like which countries won the most and that kind of stuff. Actually, I think it's good that we look at this. Let me look at the trophies and medals results. Okay. So as you can see right here, guys, Egypt's won 7 times. Cameroon's won 5. Ghana's won 4. Nigeria's won 3. Ivory Coast has won 2. Algeria 1. I'm sorry, Algeria 2. DR Congo 2. Zambia 1. Tunisia 1. Sudan 1. Senegal 1. Ethiopia 1. Morocco 1. South Africa 1. And Congo 1. Wow. I mean, look at how spread out this is. Look at how many different winners we have. We have 15 winners, I think. Yeah, we have 15 winners, man. So I think it's gonna be interesting. So I think Albert is right in the sense like this is very competitive. Like it's hard to call which country's gonna win it. And I have a good friend of mine. His name is Football Pharaoh. You guys probably know him. He's watched every AFCON, I think, for the last couple of ones in the 21st century, and he's only predicted one winner correct, which was obviously Algeria in 2019. So it just shows how difficult this competition is to predict, like, and how incredibly unpredictable this is.
So, you're friends with him, are you?
Well, I'm not like friends, but like I watch his channel. Maybe I should have said that way, but yeah. Well, he knows me.
Do you talk to him? Do you?
Well, I mean, I'm a mod in this channel, so I go into streams pretty quite often.
Oh,
so, yeah. But you get the point. The point I'm trying to make here is AFCONs are unpredictable to predict. Like we get a lot of different winners. So, yeah. For me, Egypt needs to win this. Like Salah needs to win this the most. I think if any country needs to win this the most, it's Salah. I think Egypt needs to win this the most. I mean, they've been in the 2 AFCON finals, 17 and 21, and they lost. Do you think it's over for Egypt? I don't think Egypt's gonna get another chance.
Sometime they'll. I mean, they're likely to win it at some point in the future.
No, I mean, like, will Salah win? That's what I mean. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to say that they'll still have a chance next year, but this year's probably better because Senegal aren't at their best. And also Morocco won't be at home.
Oh yeah, isn't Morocco hosting the next World Cup? No, World Cup, sorry, Euros. Not Euros, AFCON, sorry.
Morocco's in 2025.
Yeah, they're hosting the next AFCON. So, but yeah. So, anyways, it's gonna be interesting, man. Salah, man, he needs to win this 2023 because for me, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like for me, like this will probably be his last season in Liverpool, in my opinion. And once he moves to Saudi League, I don't think he'll be as prevalent or as amazing. We'll see, though. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, do you guys agree with me though? Like, which Egypt needs this AFCON the most of all countries?
Can you repeat that last question?
Yeah, which country do you think needs AFCON the most? Like they need to win this. Or maybe Nigeria, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, has Nigeria ever won it?
Yeah, they won it 3 times. Last time they was 2013.
They usually have pretty good squads. I feel like they should have. I would assume Nigeria has more titles, more AFCON titles. But Yeah, I'm not really sure who might need it the most.
Yeah, Nigeria, man, Nigeria. So, hour and 45 minutes. I think this is a long time. I think we did a bit too long for today's member stream. So I'm a bit exhausted. Should we get to that 2 hour mark, or should we just wrap it up here? I'll let you guys decide.
Yeah, why not? I'll get to the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
In terms of need, you could also say Namibia because they're hardly going to qualify for AFCONs in the near future.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about from like the big countries, like the ones that already won. But yeah, obviously for them that's a good shout.
But I think pretty much every big nation will say themselves.
Yeah. Dang.
Or
Morocco's,
even like I could even say Zambia because this might be their golden generation. Although they have also won the tournament.
yeah. I
Did you
feel like
watch any games? Oh, you're gonna add something to the conversation.
yeah. Last thing. So I feel like Salah needs this AFCON the most of all players, of all current African players. He needs this one the most. I think. If he wants to be revered as like an African legend and like best African players of all time, he needs to win AFCON. Because for me, you cannot be the best AFCON player of all time if you don't have an AFCON. Africa player of all time. Do you guys agree with me on that?
Definitely helps.
Maybe, although Cardinal and also George Weah never won an AFCON, and they're considered in very high regard.
Well, we have to take something in perspective. Like Masal plays for Egypt. Egypt is like the most successful country in AFCON history. So, like I think the expectations are higher for Egypt than for is it which country you play? Was
Is
it
it
Liberia?
Libya? Or
Yeah, I think it's
Liberia?
Liberia. So I mean, would you agree, Matt? It's like I mean, expectations are higher for Egypt than that country.
Yes. I'm not sure whether Roger Miller has won an AFCON for Cameroon. He might.
Let's actually fact check that. Actually,
He's definitely done more for Cameroon, but Samuel Eto's the better player in terms of ability, goal scoring, and things like that.
oh, he's not won an AFCON. I don't think. Oh no, he has. Never mind. He's won 2 AFCONs. Roger Miller. Yeah, for me, man, Samuel Eto'o might be Africa's best player of all time. I think it's gonna be very hard to top him, man. He's got an insane trophy haul.
Also, I think Drogba's better than Salah, so and he hasn't won an AFCON either.
Yeah. For me, for Salah, like the thing is like sure we give him credit for what happened with Liverpool, but the thing is like I think what Drogba did for Chelsea to win the Champions League is more significant than what Salah did for Liverpool, because Drogba scored the equalizing goal against a superior Bayern team at the Allianz Arena. Salah scored a penalty against Spurs the Champions League final. I mean, come on, there's like levels to this, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Salah's a great player, but I think for him, like, I feel like it's crazy people are putting him in this like best African players of all time list. Like, I think it's crazy.
Was he impactful against Barcelona?
Dude, he didn't even play the second leg.
Oh, okay. I would have maybe there's an argument there.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, if Salah, let's say, scored a hat trick to knock Barca out of the Champions League that season, just hypothetically, I'm not saying it, like, then I could understand why people say. But the thing is, like, he didn't really play a huge contribution to Liverpool winning that Champions League. Obviously, he played his contribution. He contributed. I'm not saying he didn't, but it's not like he single-handedly carried them. Like I think Drogba, in my opinion. You see him coming out, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eto, Drogba, Yaya Toure are up there for sure, definitely in the top 10.
Yeah.
Probably have Michael Essien in there as well.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this question. This is an interesting question, guys. I just thought of this. This is my last. This will be the last thing. We're at hour 50. So, does Mahrez have a better international legacy than Salah? No, it's an
Yes.
international.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I would say so as well. Because the thing is, like, obviously club-wise, obviously Salah trumps Mahrez. I think we can both agree. I think all of us can agree. But in terms of like, but the thing is, like, who will be remembered more for their country, Salah or Mahrez? That's a difficult one, right?
I mean, Algeria have a better squad right now.
Yeah.
Mahrez is probably Algeria's best player since maybe the 80s, maybe even better than that. But do any players, are there any better players than Salah that have a better legacy from Egypt though? It's another question.
I don't know any other players on the top of my head right now at this moment.
I mean, there's the goalkeeper, but
no.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man. It's interesting. So Albert, man, what do you think for Salah, man? Do you think he needs to win this AFCON to be regarded as one of the best African players of all time?
Salah's never won an AFCON?
No, he's not. He's reached 2 finals and lost both finals. 2017 and 2021.
Yeah. It definitely helps. He's had a really good club career at Liverpool.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't think he really showed up for like the finals. Well, actually, that's not really true. He did have like an okay game in the second time he faced Madrid in the final.
Yeah,
The first time, though, he probably could have been more impactful had Ramos not injured him.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, the second final, he was good, but he just didn't, like, live up to what he was saying. Like, I was saying, like, I want revenge, this kind of stuff. Like fans are angry that he didn't score the goals. You know, that's the thing. Like the thing is, like, for me personally, like, yeah, that's actually another good point, Albert, you bring up. Salah's never really showed up in the finals in the big competitions.
Yeah, and like he did it against Spurs, but I mean, it was Spurs,
and it's a penalty goal. Like, it's not like he scored the last minute winner. See, if he scored a last minute winner, I would give him more credit, you know. But like the thing is, like, he didn't, you know.
And he dunked on Lloris, which is, you know. So yeah, I mean, I think
Michael
Salah needs it.
Sorry, Albert.
Wait, wait,
no, that's cool. Yeah, I would say Salah probably needs it to be considered, like, to be in that conversation. I think he's already in that conversation of like one of the greatest, but to be the greatest, yeah, he probably needs that outcome.
And like I said, I don't want to hear excuses like, "Oh, he plays for Egypt. Egypt's not good anymore." Okay, sure, Egypt's not that great anymore, but they still made 2 finals. And Egypt, like I said, they're the most successful Africa Cup of Nations. They're the most successful team in this competition. So I don't want to hear excuses. There's no excuses. You know.
Yeah, and Salah usually plays well for the national team. Like
Yeah, like
turns up.
so I don't want to hear excuses, man. Salah, you have to like for me, like I think this is his last great chance because for me, 2025. I just don't know, man. I think 2025, we just don't know because we don't know if he's gonna be at Liverpool at that time. He may be in Saudi Arabia that time and that kind of thing. So, what do you think, Mats? Round this off.
Well, I was about to say that Mike Eco will probably push the narrative that Salah is one of the like one of the best, as in like near the top of best African players, and Sebastian especially is going to do that. What was your other question around Salah?
Like my thing is like I think you already answered this earlier. My thing is like he has to win it. Like I do agree that he has to win an AFCON to be in that to be in the same level as like Ezio and Sammy Eto'o and those kind of players.
I think so.
Yeah, because the thing is yeah. See, let's just say hypothetically, Salah was playing for Mali. Then I wouldn't put this expectation. Like I wouldn't put this expectation. The thing is, he's playing for Egypt. Like Egypt is
And
way
Liverpool.
better than Mali. Yeah, and Liverpool. Like these are the best of the best. So and like we said earlier with Albert, like Salah was great for Liverpool to win those trophies. But was he single-handedly the reason why they won those trophies? I don't think so. Like
Alisson was a big reason.
Yeah, Mane as well, I think was important. Henderson as well, Van Dijk as well. Like it was a collective effort. It wasn't like Salah individually carried them to those trophies. So that's another issue is that I feel like Liverpool could maybe have still done it without Salah to win those trophies. Or if Salah wasn't as amazing, But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So anyways, I think we're going to round off here. And Matt, I think I did cut you off earlier. You said what games we watched today or something. So sorry if I did cut you off. So what were you saying? Last thing, I guess, from you, then we'll head off.
Yeah. What games? Did you watch any games today?
I watched a bit of the Belgium-Austria game, and then I kind of stopped watching when Belgium became 3-0. So I was like, it's probably over. And then I saw Austria almost did a comeback. I was like, oh my God, is Austria going to do a comeback? So, yeah.
But Belgium, along with France and Portugal, prevailed and qualified. I watched England today. Australia put out a respectable performance. England weren't bad. I'd say they were okay, and in fact, pretty good for. I would say they did well for a second team. I think what we saw was fine, and I'm looking forward to the game against Italy, which I'll be going to. In fact, if Ukraine and North Macedonia draw this weekend and then England win, then that will qualify England to the Euros even before November comes around.
Yeah, indeed. Anyways, an hour and 59 minutes. So, Albert, do you have any did you watch any games today?
No, I didn't watch any, but I was keeping up with the scores.
Yeah, I also kept up with the scores as well. I saw I heard Mbappe scored a really nice goal against Netherlands, I heard. So, yeah. I think that's going to be it for today's stream. Yeah, we did around 2
also
hours.
Keeping up with the scores in the Euros.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we did 2 hours for today's stream.
Also saw the first half of Jordan versus Iran because Next Generation Football was doing a live stream, and because it was streamed live on YouTube, he actually screen shared the game.
Wow, that's interesting, man. Interesting. So
predictions for USA Germany.
Yeah, I'm going with the 1-1 draw.
I'm gonna say 2-1. USA.
2-1.
I think either 1-1 or 2. I think either 1-1 or 2-1 USA. I might be leaning towards 1-1, but I'll be different and say 2-1 to Germany.
We're all going for different predictions. Interesting. Only one of us might be right.
The PE teacher, the fashion model.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think we did a long member stream, 2 hours. I think we should round off here, guys. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of exhausted now, so tired. So remember, guys, we'll be here again next Friday, hopefully. Maybe we'll do a much shorter one since I did 2 hours for today. Although to be fair, there have been some weeks where I didn't do member streams, so I guess it kind of includes that. But yeah, I mean, next Friday, man, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. I'll see if I can do one next Friday because next weekend I'll be pretty busy. So I'll see if I can't do it next Friday. I'll try to do it on Thursday as a way to make it up, but we'll see. So remember, guys, the next stream will be on tomorrow. We'll be on the second channel. We'll be doing a best music debate. That will be very interesting to see. And I think we'll do an open hangout. Hopefully, we can get some of you guys to come on, and hopefully, it doesn't get as toxic as last time. Let's just put it this way. So
I would say it got toxic on I think the food and the countries one, and I mean like especially like it got toxic in the polls.
yeah. So it'll be interesting. So I'll do that when I basically get back home. I think I should be home around by 5 p.m. my time, so I'll be able to do that time, of course. And yeah, and then I think Sunday won't have anything. I'll take a break. I'm gonna use that as a day to rest and do some midterms because I gotta start for my midterms. Midterms coming up for me. The Monday we'll use that day to rest. Tuesday as well, and then Wednesday we're back here again, man, for the live stream for the international break. So that'll be interesting to see. So yeah, next YouTube stream will probably be on Wednesday. And then debate show, guys. We're trying to get some guests to come on. We got one person for Buffon. Now we gotta get 2 other people for Casillas and Neuer. So who wants to
Is Rank the representative for Buffon?
He is the alternative. So someone already picked Buffon, so I consider Rank as like a backup. So
I'm sure Albert would agree, but it would be great to get Michael on to defend Neuer, and he has even said on many occasions that he believes Neuer is the best goalkeeper of all time, and I would agree with him.
Yeah, we got it. And I think Samasi would be good as well.
I'm a Tatursano man, but to each their own.
Yes.
Who? Tata Lozano?
Tatursano?
Is he the Milan backup goalkeeper?
Yes.
On that note, I think we should end. All right, guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.